This is a flexibility testing video. The equipment that we will need is a sit and reach box, a yardstick with tape, pen and paper to write on, a standard 17-inch tall chair, a goniometer to measure the angle, and a yoga mat is not necessary but optional. The first test we will do is called the sit and reach test. The participant should perform a quick warm-up. This test assesses the flexibility of the hip flexors. For the standard sit and reach test, the participant should sit with the back against the wall and without any shoes. Feet should be up against the box. Hands should be directly over each other. The participant should not lead with any hand. The object of this test is to push the metal fixing on the box as far as they can. They should also exhale as they are moving forward. Knees should stay in place and not move forward. Once the participant has reached, instruct them to stay at the furthest reached position for at least 2 seconds. They should perform the stretch twice. The longest reach counts. Record your stretch in centimeters. Refer to the chart in my description section below. This is a YMCA sit and reach test. Participants should sit with back against the wall. You should place a 12-inch long tape perpendicular to a yardstick that is positioned in between the legs of the participant. The tape should be placed at the 15-inch mark. The feet should be at the end of each tape. Results will be in inches. The participant will need to touch the yardstick and hold this position for 2 seconds. The best score out of the 2 attempts will be the final score. Participants should not lead with any hands. They should be parallel to each other. The next test is the chair sit and reach test. This tests the flexibility of the hamstrings. This test is targeted for an older population of 60 years or older. The chair must be up against the wall for stability. The height of the chair must be 17 inches from the ground. Instruct your client to sit at the edge of the chair. They must extend a leg and point their toes up, also known as dorsiflexion. The test is done twice on both legs. Best score of each leg is used. Be sure to hold each reach for at least 2 seconds to measure the distance. The head of the participant should be upright and aligned with the spine. So the purpose of this test is for the participant to reach and surpass their toes. If they reach further than their toes, measure it as a positive number. If they cannot reach their toes, still measure the distance, but this number is counted as a negative number. This next test measures the flexibility of the hip flexors and extensors. This is called the Thomas test. Have your participant lay down supine. They should bring one leg up close to their chest. This is a contralateral leg, which is a leg not being tested. The leg still extended is a leg being tested. Once the leg is brought to the chest, pay attention to the other leg. If the leg remains in close contact with the floor, the hip flexors of that leg are adequately flexible. If the leg raises and is far from the ground, the hip flexors are inflexible. This next test you will need the goniometer. This is a straight leg raise test. This test assesses the flexibility of the hip extensors. The subject should lay supine. The tester must raise a leg of the participant. Be sure to have the opposite leg fully extended and flat on the ground. Place the goniometer at the axis of the greater trochanter. Align the axis arm of the goniometer with the leg that is flat on the floor. With the other arm of the goniometer, follow the leg that is being raised. The goniometer has numbers symbolizing the degree reached. A minimum angle of 80 degrees is acceptable. An angle of 90 degrees is desirable. Anything over 90 is great. This will be done twice to each leg. The best of each leg will be used. Below in my description box are the charts used to score your participant. I will give you examples for you to reference back to. Thanks for watching.